Josh Bynes here. Go ahead and let you fire with questions.
Josh, how many people win a BCS championship ring and 2 years later win a Super Bowl ring? Doesn't that very often?
It doesn't happen often, and it was just amazing. It's just a great experience. I'm just glad that I was the first in Auburn history to do it. So it's just overwhelming, and it's a lot at the same time. It's just amazing. I'm just glad to have and be blessed to have the opportunity to play in that championship and win in that championship and win the Super Bowl.
Which more fun?
I hate to compare them. They just both of them are just different in their own way. Super Bowl, of course, is like, you know, it's like you becoming a doctor and you finally get to that big old, you know, 6-figure, you know, become a millionaire all your life and stuff like that. It's like the Super Bowl. Like you just reach to that part in your career. It's just like that's it. Like I mean, no matter what you done in the NFL, you know, you got Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. It don't matter who's won MVPs or not. What means the most is winning the Super Bowl, and that's what matters. I mean, Dan Marino probably wish he won the Super Bowl, so I'm pretty sure that it capped off his career. But that's what means a lot to a lot of these players in the league. It's not about all the other individual accolades, and it's all about winning the Super Bowl.
Josh, let's kind of talk about the journey. I mean, not being a high draft pick and all those things, and just how you kind of made it happen.
Yeah, it was disappointing, you know, especially when I thought I was, like a lot of guys come out and I thought I was going to get drafted and be somewhere, you know, on a team and picked up with no problem, and then not hear my name being called on draft day. It was just disappointing, you know, it's heartbreaking, and at the same time kept my focus and my strength and prayed about it and just kept on pushing for a workout all summer. Of course, we all was doing the lockout, and as soon as the lockout was over, I got calls from a bunch of teams, and the Raiders on the phone with me for like 5 hours all night. As soon as the lockout ended until about midnight, till almost 1 o'clock that morning, calling me, wanting me to come to Baltimore, and other teams was calling, but obviously Baltimore wanted me more, so I went that way, and I'm glad I made that decision. And the roller coaster has been crazy, being cut, brought back midway through the season after looking for a job, trying to figure out where my career was going to go, and to get the opportunity to be back in 2 weeks of me being back in my rookie year. I played my first game against the 49ers, just so happens, and then going from there, being back on the practice squad, then being back active again, and then coming in the following year being hurt to start the season off was also disappointing. You know, to injury, I thought that was going to be over for me. I was sad. I was like, you know what, maybe they're going to let me go out to camp, you know, whatever. And they told me they was going to keep me, and they stood by their word by that. And just crazy enough, I ended up coming back. I ended up starting a few games down the stretch, and I was a part of this team that won the Super Bowl. It's just couldn't ask for a better story like that. And I'm just glad I was part of it. I mean, glad I made some kind of contribution to the Super Bowl and to fight through all the obstacles I fought through.
Josh, as a linebacker, just talk about the opportunity to play behind and work with a guy like Ray Lewis for a couple of years.
For 2 years to play behind Ray Lewis is just, like, it's something I never, you know, actually envisioned growing up. You know, you're like, oh, okay, you want to play like Ray Lewis, be like Ray Lewis, but to actually play and be behind him for 2 years, you learn a lot, see what he sees, and see what makes him separate himself, what gets him to separate himself from a lot of players in the league. And he played 17 years in the league for a reason. It's not because his name is just Ray Lewis, because it's easy to let him go years ago. But he was consistent. He knew how to control the defense. Just some of the same things that you look for in a middle linebacker. Some of the same things I know I'm capable of doing as well. And that's what Ray Lewis has done for 17 years. And when he plays lights out, he plays lights out. And nobody else will tell him nothing, regardless of media, outsiders, anything. He just does what he does, and that's be Ray Lewis. And I learned that a lot from him.